Hello guys, welcome to my Dark Souls PvP video. In this video I'll be playing on my Darkmoon character. Um, as you can see right now I'm going to show you some of the stats. So level 125, Darkmoon Blade plus 3 for the Darkmoon Blade buff to have it at the most power. Vitality 40, Endurance 30, Dexterity 40, Faith 50 for the maximum buff efficiency. My weapons for this particular playthrough will be Crystal Boulder Side Sword plus 5 and the Occult Composite Bow with Moonlight Arrows. For rings I'm using Darkwood Grain and Ring of Favor and Protection, and for armor I'm using Gargoyle, Helm, Giant Gauntlets, and Hollow Soldier Waist Glove for 36 poise. My main strategy with this build is pretty much buff the Boulder Side Sword, which is probably one of the best dexterity build weapons. It has one of the best movesets in the game. And if you have a crystal version, you probably won't be able to make it now, but if you still have a mule back from Bottomless Box glitch was active, you could probably get a bunch of them, or if you're feeling up to it, you can farm the Undead Parish for Baldur Side Sword, and you can farm New Lando, Dark Race and New Lando for Titanite Slabs to make some Crystal Baldur Side Swords. Anyway, in this first duel here, you see me slap on the buff. I end up missing a couple shots with a Demon Great Machete there because I'm not careful. One thing about the buff is kind of forces you to play aggressive, but I sort of even it out by when the buff runs out. I switch to Occult Composite Bow of Moonlight Arrows, which is some of you guys know is a very efficient weapon for a faith build. It's one of the most damaging bows in the game. And it kind of forces you to play up to change up strategies, which is nice. You go from being uber aggressive to being pretty defensive and trying to avoid and dodge as much as possible and trying to distance yourself from the opponent, which is a good break from just going all berserk and trying to get an opponent's face. And then you have some Wrath of God, of course, to help you maintain distance from the opponent. Anyway, I know a lot of people don't like Darkmoon Blade buffs, and a lot of people don't like faith builds in general, mostly because not only do Darkmoon Blades have a very powerful buff, but they are also Darkmoon Covenant people are also able to invade players who are lower level than them, which is kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not I'm not always looking for a fair matchup. Sometimes it's nice to get a good squash match and kind of feel like you're Bill Goldberg or something. So it's fun, and a lot of people, like you see right now in the state of PvP in Dark Souls, is that pretty much dexterity build with pyromancy is considered to be the best, and rightfully so. You don't depend on any buffs, you have lots of vitality, and you have some pretty powerful spells. But personally, I am not a big fan of straight up quality, straight up dexterity, straight up strength. I like to intermingle some faith or intelligence in my builds, so I do enjoy buff builds, and I do enjoy the strategy that's involved in playing with them, especially when they run out. So here you see me playing against a Grant user. Usually when you're up against somebody using Grant, you can pencil it in as automatic victory. I have yet to lose to anyone playing with that weapon. It's slow. It's takes too long to recover. As you can see, like I was able to squeeze in a couple of hits, couple of R2 hits on that guy. So, and by the way, the damage on this build with the Darkmoon Blade plus 3 buff and 50 faith and 4 dexterity, I get 881 attack rating on my crystal boulder side sword, which is pretty insane. Uh, kind of makes you realize why people don't like the buffs, but personally I like them a lot, and to me, uh, if you're gonna play the game, play it the way you enjoy playing it. So, and this is definitely one of my favorite builds, if not my favorite. So, uh, if you don't like it, then screw you. So, as you can see right now, this guy's trying to turtle. The best way to break through that is that angle. You do that by unlocking from the opponent and try to hit behind him as you're not facing him. It sounds a little complicated, but I will show you guys shortly. As you can see, uh, probably not on this one, but later on you'll see some of my hits just completely ignoring his shield. If you're looking for a detailed explanation on dead angling, go ahead and check out EWGF's videos on Phantom EWGF's channel. You see me, I actually got 2 invasions in a row on this guy. This is all from the same night of PvP. I was trying to get some Darkmoon action at the Kiln. Plenty of gankers there. I haven't actually ran into a lot of them in this particular playthrough on this particular night, but I'm actually considering making a montage of all the gankers in the Kiln. Even though I'm not particularly opposed to people ganking, I mean, it's pretty satisfying to beat them. And after all, kind of play the way you enjoy playing. If you want to summon a couple buddies and gang bang on invading phantoms, then that's your style. So do it your way. As long as you're having fun at the game, then hey, I'm not here to judge, but I will be doing facepalm gestures when I beat you, so keep that in mind. Now, in this particular invasion, I run into a guy who is trying to quest through the game, and he's got a couple of buddies with him, and which is fine. I'm not opposed to invading people, multiple phantoms. I know, like on message boards and stuff, and in chat rooms, a lot of people complain about, uh, being thrust into a game when a host already has a few phantoms with them. But hey, um, in my opinion, that makes it even more challenging. And as an invader, you're supposed to be at a disadvantage because otherwise the host has to deal with you and regular enemies. So having phantoms to summon kind of evens it out. And you can see me here. This is the way that I like to use Wrath. A lot of people just spam it during duels. I don't really care much for that. It usually just leaves you open to backstab. But when you are on a ledge or you're in a small walkway like this, is a perfect time to use it. Not a lot of room for people to backstab you. So you can see I was able to take that guy out and eliminate the Phantom as well. Now, this is the guy that I fought in the first duel. Which was probably the best duel that night. In this particular duel, you see me make a mistake. I don't have enough poise to trade hits with him yet. I was feeling a little bit overconfident just because I haven't lost the whole night before that, and was kind of thinking that I'll be able to make a quick work of him before he was able to stun like me, and completely forgot that Murakumo is able to stun lock you and has infinity stun lock, so you can pretty much just keep pressing R1. So yeah, ended up getting my ass beat pretty much, which is one of the dangers you run into if you're using buffs because you tend to get aggressive. And you can see me here, I'm fighting against the douchebag. I don't know if the guy was just questing for the game or what, but I think backstabbing people when they bow is pretty low. I don't care if you flying solo or what, and now this guy is trying to heal on top of that. Uh, I'm not even gonna bother. Feel like I can beat him, so and I end up dead angling him pretty badly, and being able to just kind of crawl by that one, I guess. So here's another guy. Lots of Japanese players lately. Like whenever I tend to PvP, it's always like I would say 80% of the time I'm playing against Japanese players. I don't know if it's just the matchups or times of the day. I usually play like from 9 to 12 at night, around those hours. But I almost never run into American players anymore. Like there's not a whole lot of them. There's a lot of Japanese, lots of Asian players. So here you can you'll see me. I switched to Wolf Ring instead of Darkwood Ring for more poise. It gives me 76 poise total, which makes this build completely overpowered in my opinion. As you can see me here, I just rush in and I completely obliterate this guy's health bar. And now I'm able to squeak by his Swy hit without getting stun locked. Pretty nice. And here's my third time fighting against this poor gay Typer X dude. Uh, he's a total disadvantage, and I see him trying to heal throughout the fight, and I don't really blame him. I mean, he doesn't have fast roll. He's got a pretty weak weapon, and he's trying to turtle against a weapon that can dead angle pretty well, and you can see him get dead angled there. And now I'm just gonna finish him off really quick. Yeah, and here's another dead angle there. So unless you can only you should really only parry. Or, you know, if you're trying to block, at least try to throw a parry once in a while. This guy I recognized before. We've had some pretty good duels together. In this particular one, he's not ready for what I'm bringing to the table because I got max poise, I got a powerful buff, and you'll see him try to trade hits with me, and that's a big mistake because I'm pretty much able to obliterate his whole health bar in a matter of seconds, which is another reason why I like this build. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Granted, you know, it doesn't work against good players as well because majority of people will just wait for your buff to run out. But that's when you pull out the Occult Composite Bow and try to play a lot more defensive and kind of stick to dodging and shoot and roll strategies. So this guy actually puts up a pretty decent fight. He's able to get a parry on me just because I get too aggressive, and I kind of smell blood here now that he's one hit away from dying, and this is where he gets me. Uh, I should have tried to dead angle him instead of just trying to lock on and swing, but made a crucial mistake, and it almost ended up costing me. Luckily, I was able to roll through that black flame and get a winning shot on him, but could have easily lost this fight as well. And here you see me encounter my first batch of gankers. Not really, I wasn't really ready for them, and in this one I kind of just decided to go after the host, but ended up getting backstabbed here and pretty much gets around and taken out. But it's okay, because the very next invasion, guess who I get? Don't feel sorry right now, because you'll be feeling sorry later. Alright. So here we go, same dudes again. This time I'm gonna deploy some strategy. I'm not gonna engage them directly. I was again, I get caught up, feeling way too confident in the damage that I deal. Uh, Ended up just kind of swinging away, R1, 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 whatever. So obviously not going to survive very long against multiple opponents when you do this. So now I'm going to resort to the best strategy on taking out the gankers in Kiln of the First Flame. And no, I'm not talking about roll BSing them nonstop until they run out of Estus. I'm talking about trying to get them off the cliff. So see me here. I'm going to go ahead and heal. Nice to have those divine blessings handy from the bottomless box glitch days, but you'll see me here pulling now Darkmoon Blade. I'm thinking that this guy's going to try to walk around and engage me. Instead, he realizes that I buffed, and they're going to go ahead and wait me out. And it's okay. I got other tricks up my sleeves, so no big deal. They got me scoped out pretty well, so I'm just going to wait for them to approach me. And this is where Wrath really shines. Yeah, pretty much any other Faith build. I mean, if you're an Anorlando or Kiln of the First Flame or Blighttown or any other place with ledges and narrow paths, this is where you will deploy that strategy. You see me switch to Dark Silver Tracer for some reason, but hey, not sure why I did that. Don't think I was gonna actually backstab anybody here, but here the host decides to finally make a move and ends up eating the ref to the face and taking a tumble. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will continue this series later. Thank you.